And I think we live. We live.
Yeah.
Welcome to the
What's up?
what's up? Welcome to the
Yeah.
31 Forever podcast.
For sure.
31 flavors, 31st century, legendary hip hop crew out of Detroit. We've been doing this for a long time, since we was kids, and now we're old men. We've been doing it for a long time. You know, basements and attics with Swing Loader Bro and Beach and an array of different friends from every crew around Detroit. That's doing stuff, and now we're here on the podcast just talking to old friends, just like it was the old times. But those were some of the best times of my life. I don't know about you, Chris.
Oh yeah,
man. Those was always good times. No doubt. Those was always good times. But we bringing the band back together right now, talking to the crew. My name is Shannon Cason, but in hip hop, I'm known as the E''S. Yes, God bless. You know, E's in the house. My partner.
What up, though? This your man, Chris Lee, the Freak of Nature, AKA Peace, Brother Freedom. We get into that later. You know what I'm saying? Here with my man, Iceman, Shannon Cason.
Yeah. The intricate dialect. You know, just an avid reader, old hip hop head. You know,
podcaster. I checked out the podcast. We get into that. Dope.
Okay. Yeah. Storytelling mixtapes.
So man, yo, Shane, what's been up with you? What's going on this weekend? Anything interesting happening throughout 20? I said last time we got together.
You know, I'm still in the family away from the house life, so I've been enjoying myself with everybody gone away. I don't even remember what I did this weekend, to be honest with you. You know what I've been doing though is hanging out. I've been hanging out a lot. I was hanging out with D Nasty for a lot and listened to his albums. And he's been playing me like 1 billion different songs. I'm going over his house. He plays me 1 billion songs. So we sit there, smoke weed, drink, and he plays 1 billion songs. I'm not even like exaggerating here. And then I leave. I'll be like, oh, man, I'm going to head on out. So I leave. Then he calls and says, hey, Shannon, I got like 2 billion more to play. I need you to come back over and listen to these other 2 billion because we was on a journey. So I'm like, yeah, I'll be back over there. So I go back over, listen to 2 billion more. Now he said, hey, Shannon, I got like 5 billion more if you can come back over. So I got to go back over his house and finish the full circle. But I like the vibe. You know what I'm saying? We just listen to music and vibe out. What you been up to this past weekend?
Oh man, it's just really nothing even interesting to talk about. You know, just all fam chilling. Everybody been talking about that Dogecoin. I tried to act like I was. Banker, you know. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know nothing. Shannon put it in my head because on the show, he said, "Yeah, man, I took my whole stimulus. That is how the kind of baller he is, bro. I took my whole stimulus and put it on the stocks." I said, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, that's
my fault. That's so you know, I'm like, I see everybody else talking about the Doge and different, so you know, I'm looking at whatever. But that's all I did. I did the old man move. Got the paper, studied the stats. You know.
See, what about take that bite out your pocket, and you gonna be like,
hey, it happened though, right? Seriously,
you be. Man, that's the expression.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No doubt. Seriously. I know you can lose big. People have. That's another thing scared me. My old man always told me, "Yeah, you can win big, but it's just like gambling. You're gonna lose big too." So, Circle 7, the Misinformants crew. There you go. He a distant cousin almost, right? Like he in the fam. Because that's blew up. Mega Ali.
Yeah. Yes, man. Yes. I was actually gonna ask you if you talked to him recently, man. That is my guy, man.
He was like on the show last week or something like that for real. Like just popped in. But yeah.
Oh snap.
One way or another. So he put that out there. I didn't know that till today. He was like, yeah, ID, my man. That's when I said, okay, ID.
Yeah. So what's Circle 7? That's your crew?
Yeah. That was my crew in 1996, 97. 98. And yeah, Rashad, it was me, Rashad, this dude, Omar, and my friend Nicholas.
That's what's up.
And yeah, that was it, man. Rashad was, man, that dude forever.
Yeah.
And I ran into him randomly in New York one time, just like at a dance club. Like that dude is super multi-talented. You already know he can dance, rap, beatbox, make beats, do whatever, man.
Yes, yeah. He would be in the entertainment for real. Like he used to be in my. Now, after Bugs passed, he was in a group of me, Born Losers, and we used to take him everywhere. You know, he would just get zooted, get drunk, get high, and start rapping and beatboxing and beating the walls. Yes. And, you know, people would just be entertained though. Like, okay, this, like you said, this dude's super talented. Dance.
Yeah. Some people just got it like that. Some people just got it like that.
I got a shout out too. He also had a group with a few friends of mine called Misinformants.
Right.
Yeah, that's what he said now. He said the Misinformants crew. That's what he was saying. But we do it like this. This is what we do. So we introduce each other, which we just did, and then we get into some current shit that's going on, because we look at what's going on in the world. So let's see what's going on, and then we interview you for a little bit, and then we go into a top 5. I think we go do a 420 related top 5, and everybody is 420. So enjoy yourself. If you got anything, you can smoke it, do whatever you want to. All right, it's your house. You know what I'm saying? But what's going on? What's going on, Chris? What's going on in the news, man?
You know the most relevant topic to me, the Derek Chauvinist, was it Chauvin, Derek Chauvinist, whatever. He gonna be Derek Chauvin, but the verdict, you know, they made the right decision. In my opinion, he was found guilty on all charges. I mean,
right.
You know, after 9 minutes, people could see that was a murder. Like that was, you know, everybody know if you put the cover over somebody's head too long, they're gonna start fighting. You're like, you know, there's a knee on this thing. So
their defense was weak.
What's your take, man? Anyone? What's your take, Shannon?
Did you follow the trial? Either one of you?
I followed bits and pieces of it, the interesting parts, and I think the minutes, them seconds that the defense was in. I mean, not the defense, pardon me, but the prosecution was incredible.
Yeah,
okay.
They did a good job of laying it out. I wasn't watching it every single day, but while I was in the car in the afternoons, I would hear the highlights, you know, and get bits and pieces of the testimony. Man, but you know, 1 down, 1 million to go.
Man, thank you.
But
I appreciate that.
But also, you know, like everything that was involved in getting that prosecution tight, you know, all the community organizers, the people that helped out, like, man, you know,
seriously. You said a mouthful when you said 1 down with 1 million to go. So it's like a victory. You can celebrate. It's like a playoff game almost with everybody out there. Like, okay, we won the first game, but you know, and it's sad that the right thing is celebrated. Like it should just be okay. That's the right thing. But people were literally afraid that they might not do the right thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm on front. I was tense. And it's just tense in general, right? So just from seeing these, you know, you see this shit on the news constantly and consistently, and then with George Floyd, 9 minutes of showing that. So I didn't watch the trial, but I watched the final. Like I watched the closing arguments, and then, you know, the tenseness, you know, of what's going on. And I ain't gonna front, like, you know, I was getting kind of heated. Right before, because it was on the news. I'm sitting there watching it, and when they say guilty, you know, because like you said, one of many. It's like how many times we've seen this situation. We see the person get killed right in front of us, like watching it. They killed, but the person gets off. You know, it's some kind of whatever, they're just not arrested. You see the person killed, choked, Eric Gardner, certain people, you know, you just like in certain situations, you just like
they might just lose their job. I'd be like, oh,
or the person just lose their job, which they lose their job and just go to a different state and become an officer in a new state. You know, pretty much is what they can do. But watching this, I think it it's good. But we gotta double down on it. There's still some other people who need to be charged too, because you can't just be a police officer on the scene of that and just watch a man kill a man and just stand there like
that's part of the training. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, brother.
No, you good.
But that's part of the training. That's part of your job. Any of us who work a job, this is what you do. You diffuse situations. You help people survive. You're supposed to be safe. So for you to sit there and watch your partner, and while people are standing around, I'm listening to the dialogue, they like, you killing them, and he holding them back still. Like, that's crazy, man. That is insane. And if he would have got off on that, yeah, they would have tore it. Do you think rioting or the thought of, because what happened when it first went down, so you think they was thinking like, well, you ain't gonna tear our city up? You think that had a factor, or do you just think people saw this was the right thing to do?
What'd you say, ID? Was that a factor in it?
It echoed around the world, man. Like, people from everywhere were putting him up on murals and praying for his family and thinking of him, and like it was that effect. It was that effect. It showed, it showed America's ugly, as it usually does. But they pick up on that. That much attention on that one man had to. And man, it's beyond a shadow of a doubt, man. It was like right in your face, everything.
Yeah, I had to break.
Sometimes they don't even give a fuck. They pick up on it and say, "Fuck you, he's gonna be off." And what you gonna do?
Yeah,
we're gonna see what you're gonna do. On this one, I agree with you. The whole damn world was watching, so it's like, it's some heavy circumstances. But we've sat through many of these. You remember the Rodney King? I remember I was a kid at that time. I was watching it. I'm like, man, they beat the shit out. But the thing is, most black folks in general, I ain't to say men and women, we know. And we've seen these situations, so it was just like, oh, they caught that one on camera. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a regular kid. You know what I'm saying? I got my ass whooped. You get what I'm saying? So it's not like a mystery of this happening, but the whole world's seen it.
That's a win for all our children too, like you say, or just period, everyone, because now it says you can't do that. It's not right. You don't have the authority to just take a man's life like that.
Hopefully, you don't. But
how about this? Do you think it's political? Do you think is the Biden administration that there's a new sheriff in town and it's not going to happen, or do you think it just came across as this is what it was going to be? You think?
You know what, fam? I ain't gonna lie to you. Honestly, it's all weird to me. Like he said, growing up as a black person, human being, it's weird that. Period. This is like a platform now. It's like you got it. How long have we been screaming that? When I went to high school, my teacher was like, "You keep preaching that black stuff, they might mess around and assassinate you." Like really, and he wasn't lying. So now, why is it a thing that is being spotlighted? I'll be looking for the underplay. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To play for the underplay, right? But you never know. I mean, I hope it's a change, and I hope this means that people can start saying, period. We are all humans. We all have rights, regardless of whatever. You know what I'm saying? And start looking out for each other. But I don't know. Hey,
I thought this was a strong. I thought this was a strong scene too, of arresting him directly after the verdict, instead of him go home. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of times they hugging family and then they walking out the door until the sentencing. And that's when you get this scene. But I thought that was a good, I thought that was good to me. I don't know about y'all standpoint. But any other shit you want to talk about?
Oh, yeah, man. We got to talk about rest in peace to Black Rod. He died here in Atlanta the other day. And he was the man, bro. We losing a lot of legends. I mean, like you said, we're getting older, too, so I guess that happens in time and the days that we're in, but
he was dope. I had to go back and hear some of the other tracks, man. Yeah. He was dope. I didn't get the album when it came out, but you couldn't avoid whoa.
Well,
That's classic. That's classic.
23 Hours to Live.
Whoa had the effect. Yeah, you could not hear whoa. Even if you was super hip hop, you kind of like whoa.
No,
Whoa,
you had to rock with that one.
That was the jam. Yeah.
Right. Oh, we need to. Yeah, we got to work all that out, but man. And then, like you said, go. I'm sorry.
I have a book called Dancing with the Devil by Mark Curry. It's about Diddy and how evil Diddy is and all the scandalous shit he was doing.
Yeah, I wanted to get into that. Yeah, I think that's a good like with I can't play it that long. They're gonna cut us off.
Yeah, but it was dope, man. Because Mark Curry was from that era of G-Dep, Black Rob.
Yeah, I remember Mark Curry.
Like that squad. So it was funny hearing that inside perspective on that.
Yeah, that was dope. We can't hear it. We can't hear
Y'all
it.
can hear it. Y'all can hear it. Oh, I was hearing it by myself.
But yeah, man. And then, like you said, he had some other songs. Like I remember he even had a song with the Lock song that I think it was from his album. I can't. It might have been "Can I Live." Yeah, boom, boom, "Can I Live?" And I mean, he was going something.
Yeah.
But the Diddy scenario, it did seem strange. I mean, I don't know, but out of nowhere, everybody was saying it's a sympathy, and then they put the video up. Then Diddy said something, and then next thing you know, he was dead. And I'm sure it was all coincidental, but it was odd, when I looked at that, like, wait a minute, bro.
What you talking about? Like what? Diddy, Bad Boy, talking about? So you say somebody? I'm sorry, because I was doing the thing. You said somebody wrote a book about Bad Boy, or wrote an article.
Yeah. This dude, Mark Curry.
He was one of them dudes who, back in them days, if you was listening to Whoa and all, you would hear him on certain joints if you had.
Like you got to write first. You got to write a couple hits before you can release your own project, and just that type of struggle. Like
What I'm saying is, because they say it's a bad boy curse, right? You heard about that, right? A bad boy curse. I'm thinking that you're saying somebody wrote an article about that. But what I'm saying is, do you the bad boy curse? Talk about that a little bit, because you got it's a pattern that's running here. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying I like Diddy. You get what I love Diddy. He's pretty awesome. But the thing is, like, I wouldn't say it's not Notorious Big,
Craig Mack,
Loon, that was a little weird. Saw some, Mace, kind of strange. Yeah, you strange, brother. You a little strange, man. I ain't gonna hate you. Shine got some.
G-Dep.
G-Dep's story is interesting as hell, because G-Dep, I guess he had did a crime and shot somebody. I mean, it's all open, but he shot somebody and felt bad about it later, and came up and confessed, which was real, but
it was eating at him. Like it was a spiritual battle for him. But man, that first song that G-Dep did, Head Over Wheels. Oh my God, man! Like that changed me, man.
I gotta check it out. I used to love that special delivery, but
G-Dep he was one of my favorites, man.
Yeah, they were dope. Like, I can't even front. Puffy, one thing, no matter what, he did what he did was just know how to put out hits, promote them, and all that. But he ran the same game that the industry been running, where you would think maybe
just bad contracts.
Yeah, so you would think he would do better if that's happening and he'd been through it, but not everybody's like that. Wilson Pickett was like that, and he died not too soon after trying to liberate. But that's a whole show right there. Not too soon after him making blacks equal and putting out records for that, bro. That's when it's crazy.
Man.
So what is it a curse? Is it not a curse?
I don't believe in curses personally, so I'll say that. Like me, I don't know though. Curse has a cause and effect, so I'm sure there is probably a cause. It could be the music industry and just living fast like that.
It's something.
Or it could be something more nefarious. How they say
it seems like he sucked the soul Everyone in that label.
I like blew out. He said you getting too deep. He's talking about a figurative curse. Dude. That's what he is.
Okay,
I like blew out. I like
bro, like,
thank you, blew out. Yeah, I was like his brother getting voodoo. I don't curse. We don't do no. My grandma told me to never ever.
Said, don't do cursing.
Like nigga, I'm just.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, what I said, I ain't say all that. I said I don't believe in a curse. That's what I said.
Yeah,
I'm just talking shit, man. Just trying to have fun.
Yeah.
You know? I've been smoking.
I can't believe in a curse, so there's got to be something else. That's all I'm saying. I'm agreeing with my man without, you know. I'm not about to put my life on the line for podcast. I'm just saying shit.
Right. No, I don't.
But I'm gonna be honest. Diddy do seem. If I had the choice, and you know, when you're trying to get a record deal and you're going into the record industry, and at this point, you know, or at point 5 years from now, I don't even know if he released a new artist, but at a certain point, if I had a direction and I knew, okay, it was a Bad Boy or I had some other options, I probably would look at Bad Boy and look at the track record and say, I don't know if I can want to, you know, Diddy getting a full body massage while he telling me what to do.
You gotta hit that right.
I'm like, I don't want to deal with that.
You gotta get that right level between desperation and talent. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be right at that crossroad between desperate enough and talented the way you be like, you the man. I'm gonna make
the contract gonna be bogus. So you're gonna look at the contract and know it's bold. Like it had to be bogus the way they talking. Like there's no way you couldn't look unless he had a fine print clause or something. So it's like nah. Like you said, if you tied the cats all in your videos, talking all over your tracks, come to death row.
Right.
Hey, that's interesting.
I wouldn't try to go there either. You know.
Take Death Row or Bad Boy though. That was your only. These are your options. Where you going?
Yeah, I'll probably would be a Bad Boy. You know, you're probably right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You about to hang me out the window, man. We all died up in this video. Everybody got.
I ain't lying with nobody. I ain't trusting nobody.
Oh man. Uh-oh.
That is true. That is true.
420 special. Hit it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know how it is. Yep.
And I don't know, man. I mean, but rest in peace to Black Rod. Like I say, great artist. I don't know the behind the scenes, or like you say, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
Anyway,
Prince died. Speaking of nefarious business practices, but Prince died, 421? I forgot how many years ago. I forgot to look up the exact date.
Yeah, it had to be five, maybe 5, 6 years.
I was out of town. I was in I think Iowa or something like that. Iowa. I remember because I was in a hotel room. I called Beej. I was like, Beej, man, Prince just died. He was like, oh shit, really? You know, and got off the phone and looked at the TV or whatever. But he was definitely a legend. Prince. Yeah. I mean, Prince was a dude who knew he was something beyond, you know, out of this world. And I think that was pretty awesome. Like a person knows who they are and
from jump.
You know, and he may have had his issues, but he knew it. Yeah. You studied him, ID. You know him pretty well.
Yeah. I go.
You say from jump? He knew that?
Yeah. What's his name? Was it my man from the time? Why am I blanking out on it?
Morris Day or
Morris Day? Yeah. Morris Day got a book, and he talks about Prince. Like they went to high school together. Like they just kind of like grew up together. But Prince knew. He knew from jump, and nobody could ever do it like Prince. There'll never ever be another Prince.
Yeah, real.
He was incredible.
With everything he do from, I was listening to some weird stuff from the Batman soundtrack all the way to know who that song over, like to break it down. Tevin did, and the way the man, everything about him, man. The way he, like he said, what guy could get away with wearing some of the things he used to wear or doing and still be cool? Like, oh, that's Prince. He just is who he is, you know. So shout out, incredible.
He's got a new album coming out.
Morris Day got some new shit coming out.
He got a song out right now with him and Trinidad James. No bull. I ain't gonna. At first, I thought it was kind of whack. Then I heard it in the car or somewhere. It's beating a little harder, and I was like, okay, that's decent. They got a song in the video out right now. Morris Day and Trinidad James. I know it sounds like I'm cracking a joke, but this is real.
Yo, what? Shit, I gotta give it up for Trinidad James, man.
Yeah,
I'm a fan. I'm a Trinidad fan, man. So I'm sure he pulled it off.
yeah.
Not everybody can have Morris Day. Not everybody can get Morris Day. For sure.
I think it's Morris Day's song featuring. Who gets featured on? What rapper has ever been featured on the Time joint? Dog? He might be the first one.
Maybe
well, Prince ain't really like deal with them a lot of. I don't know. Did he do any rap songs? I know he rapped a little bit on some songs, but I'm saying like, did he do any songs with a rapper?
I don't think so. I wish a rapper would step forward like Prince produced my whole hip hop album. Like I would be like, I just would want to hear what that would be. I feel like it would sound like Lizzo or something, though. I don't know.
You say Prince do a whole hip hop album?
If he did, yeah.
That should probably be incredible. Man. You get what I'm saying? The Prince. I mean, he got it because he rap on some songs. He'll still be like,
"You sexy," but you know he was rapping on that, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah. He's got some bars. He did. He did some verses. He dropped some 16s.
That's it, yeah, man.
Seemed like a lot of people like Trinidad James. I don't know no Trinidad James music.
I wish he could pull it up. He said he looking like
he's dope.
Yeah, man, he do look like James Brown mixed with it's a whole mood. This video and this song is a whole vibe, bro.
Okay,
I wanted to find it at first, but it's actually not that bad.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out. Yeah, Prince. Rest in peace to Prince. Black Rob, DMX, everybody. You know,
legends, bro.
Left us with great stuff, and that's the one thing too. Like, about people that's leaving something behind. I mean, you know, if you feel like you got that on you, right? So you say Prince at a young age knew that, but in just in general, we all three artists sitting here talking, and the pressure to leave something behind, I feel it sometimes. I feel like you know, have I done my magnum opus in a sense, or done the thing that defines you as who you are and what your art that you have, and it can go generations. You know, do that ever? Because each of those people, they have something that'll stay. The lineage can see. Do y'all think in that sense?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. At least at this point.
And I've been smoking too.
Yeah. Everything I make now, I look at it like a long term. Like, you know, like my child is gonna see this art, and he's either gonna be inspired or de-inspired by it, you know. But he's definitely gonna have a peek and decide who I am. Like little time capsules. You know, songs you make, pictures you make, anything like that. Time capsules of your spirit. You know?
And that's beautiful that you said that, because it does show your inner workings of your mind, your imagination, the whole nine. So for something to pass on to your seeds, like I had, you know, we was doing like fam, chill, and pick back up crazy out of nowhere. Like you said, that's what it was. It was like, well, even if I appreciate it, let me capture it. Nobody appreciated Picasso until after he was gone with it.
Yeah.
Yachts wasn't selling like, you know, hot cakes when he was alive. You know what I mean? It's a legacy thing, and if it rewards you now or your family or whatever the case. Y'all ever seen Finding the Sugar Man?
Searching for Sugar Man. Yeah. Yo, Rodriguez.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you know the story, though, I ain't gonna dwell on it, but that's it right there. Where no matter what, it was he was from Detroit, bro, and he was selling, or he was hot in South Africa. He was like a legend.
Yeah,
at a concert, but he had no idea because he put a demo out.
That's the beauty of that's the ugly and the beauty of this city, man. Like I know more than a few people that nobody knows, but are doing something somewhere else, or just extremely talented people caught in a fucked up situation. You know, like this city is good for that. There's a lot of like Motown people still out here. P-Funk people still out here, but you never suspect. You never realize, you know. who they are, what they doing, but you know, they still working.
Right. Correct, though. I feel you.
Yeah.
A lot of talented people who, you know, they had that Motown shine, and then somehow that hip hop shop era, basically where we from, should have almost been a light shined on Michigan. And I don't know, whatever, for whatever reason, it did to a degree, but it didn't. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's what it takes for each city. I think I would love to see that outlet or that somebody curating. I think that's what we're doing right here, though. Time capsules, fellas. Look at this.
Yeah.
You know, we should get into what you think, E. Interviewing, and we talking about time capsule.
Yeah, this is a time capsule. YouTube, everything else. Yeah, everything. So ID, let's get into some of your shit, man. Let me I'm gonna queue up. I wanna play some stuff because I mean it kind of set the scene for who you are as an artist too. So let me set this up. I don't even know if Chris saw this shit.
I checked out a couple of his things. Yeah, cue it up. Let me check it out. I checked out some podcasts and some music on I think it was Bandcamp. I want to say it was on the Bandcamp.
Okay. Oh, hey. Yo,
You hear?
my homegirl Lex.
That is dope, man.
Lex did
Animation.
this, man.
I'm taking already.
Can you hear it too?
No, we can't hear the sound though. We can only see the video.
You can hear it?
Yeah, I had a Sphinx, I had a hairless cat. He's in there.
That's sweet.
Yeah. She did a video for the homie Ak. And
okay.
Yeah. Ak had a video like this, and I hit up Lex. I was like, "Yo, you got to hook me up with some ancient Egypt ID joint." Like that.
Did you hear that? I think somebody talking.
You hear it now.
It was Horam kept
Yep.
It was the Sphinx, son. I felt the real thing. Bury me, it said, and one day I'll make you king. It was long-winded, specific, and ill, but for story's sake, I try to refrain to feel it, and so I'm moving. I sent the cavalry in, and no matter the cost, I finna unbury this thing. And so I wake up, I get my analyze on. I try to remember the dream like I'm rewinding a song. So I remember the king, like I said to the song. The sand is the ignorance, the Sphinx is who we are, and that's deep. I'm taking it there, deep. Yo, I'm really going deep. I'm really
on the stories, man.
Yo, they don't want to tell you about before the sand. They want to claim it as the Middle East, but it's African. And every high and lower human fell was on that land. Started from the top of Alexandria to Sudan. And tossing 3-ton bricks to them wasn't a thing. We don't know how they did it, but it doesn't matter the same. You gotta take from it the lessons, how to carry your name, and how an invader can learn from you the top of your game. And spirituality is a part of everything that you do. So when you walk into the West, you know who judging you. A lot of people lose the way, they don't know who they are. The ancestors of a people who first met the stars. They say I'm ill to make an album that nobody will get. I say that God will manifest throughout my work and my sweat. We in a desert, if you're looking for the truth as a water. I think it's repetition of the Egypt era. I'm talking in that deep.
Dang, that man, that's dope,
really
dude.
Going deep.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's hard.
That's dope.
That's the album I checked out. Kemet is what it's called.
Kemet, yep.
Kemet. Yeah. Hard, bro. That visual was super duper hard. I see what you on. I see the hat, the whole nine. So you.
Yeah, yo, I love it, man. I love it. Like I feel, that's my spiritual basis, man. I've been into Egypt from the jump. So I just rep it, man.
I see, like I say, for real talk. Like I see you rep it hard even through your music and the whole nine. But that's what's up.
Yeah. So what about that album? I mean, because you kind of giving a lesson in a sense in the song. That song we just listened to. What was? I mean, is that been something to do too in music? Or is that the objective of it? I don't know.
It's the combination. It's the combination of elements, right? There's the story of Tutmos IV. This was 18th dynasty. This is about 3,600 years ago, maybe around 1600 BC. There's a king. I might be wrong about the date, but I'm being general, right? Okay. But like at that time, the Sphinx was completely covered in sand, right? So this, one of the king's sons said he was going to unbury this thing, And then in a dream, it said, like, if you unbury this thing, then you will become Pharaoh. It could have just been propaganda, right? But he unburied it, did the work. His brother died and became Pharaoh. So I take that story and kind of make it a metaphor with unburying who we are. And then, you know, gain the knowledge of, and, you know, just combining the two forces. And that's really what Kemet is. Like, it's not like a complete history lesson. I'm still talking about me, but I'm just overlapping it.
I get it. Honestly, like I say, so it was my first experience. I mean, I think I heard the song with Leif Erikson. Shout out to Leif.
Oh, yeah.
Discussed it. And then
that's a dope ass song right there. I listen to that. Yeah. I listen to that one regularly.
Man, I left that off the album, you know, thinking that it wasn't finished or whatever. And then Leif put it out on his, and it got more traction with him than it would have for me. So I'm thankful, you know, that it happened like that.
But then, like I said, I even listened to yours, and I noticed that, and even the podcast, I can appreciate the factor it's entertaining, right? But then it's educational too, you know. So I like the way you mix the things. Like I say, like the song, the music is hot, beats is hot. I'm loving that. But then even the podcast, the way you come on it, it's like you're flowing. It's like you're talking. You got the right flow of everything, where it didn't really irritate me, from the music to the the knowledge to the you putting had bars. I was like first I was kind of felt weird, you know? Then I listened, and your subject matter also. We need to talk about that. Like he's talking about aliens, you know what I mean? Everything under the sun, man. Everything you can think of, but with knowledge though, it's sensible, you know what I mean? Go ahead, I'm sorry.
But do this. Take us back first. Go take us back. Like, what's your quick story of your start in hip hop, and then we come up to that podcast. Yeah, because I want to hear about that too. What's your start? What's the story? The quick story, you know.
Quick story. I started with Circle 7, and then
Circle 7 was the crew you just told us about.
Yep.
What were the members?
Rashad Ali, Omar, Nick, and myself. Nick might have been going by a few different names, but we'll just call him Fahrenheit Temperature 2040, because that's what he turned into as a DJ. But anyway, so Circle 7, and that's, you know, just Detroit, Southfield. But, you know, we were going everywhere. We're still
What years we talking about? What years?
96, 97, 98.
Oh, you went to Southfield, or you lived?
I went to Lathrop.
Oh, so I went to High.
Okay.
So we were older than y'all. Like,
okay. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
The generation after.
Right.
But you know,
I was the youngest out of my crew then, so I kind of got I kind of got brought in. But after high school, I went out to Ann Arbor and hooked up with that scene, which was popping. Like Ann Arbor,
Mike League, and Athletic Mike League.
Yeah, Athletic Mike League.
Yeah,
Invincible.
Yeah.
This dude's son from Ypsilanti. One Below.
One Below is dope. Yeah, One Below is dope.
It was, you know, like Athletic Mike League, including the Mayor Hawthorne or whatever, right? Dabre. He got a song with on La Peace. Oh my god. Yeah, man, and that might be one of the best songs on the album.
You the song with Intricate.
I'm on there.
With Intricate is dope too.
You know what's I'm sure I heard it and enjoyed it, because that album was dope.
Him and Cadence and somebody else. Him and
Cadence and Gem Pop. Yep.
I'm gonna go back and check it out. What was it called? What was the song?
The song is Culture Shuffle. It's Cadence's track. I'm featured on it along with.
Nice. You go back and listen different. It's probably gonna hit even harder. But the whole thing I felt was dope. You know.
Yeah.
So what years is this Ann Arbor crew? What years is this? Because you just said a bunch of names that I'm fans of.
Yeah. Shigeto, another one. Shigeto, another one.
Shigeto, man. I thought that was like I heard some old school. I thought it was like old school jazz at first. So I looked it up and I was like, wait a minute, bro.
Yeah. But then I'm blessed, man, because I got to see that Detroit scene when it was really brewing. with Proof and Dilla and all that shit, and then in Slum, and obviously, and then I got to go into Ann Arbor at its peak when it was super hot, and I got to get in on there, and I still, I'm still part of those cats' crews. I went out to New York, try to get my music out there. I can't
tell us the story of when you giving out there. So you go out to New York. So what you in Ann Arbor, you in the crew.
Yeah.
You go out to New York.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I go out to New York from 02 to 06. And the thing that let me know that I made the right move is I went out there and I didn't have any apartment, right? But I hooked up with this chick that I went to work with. She's like, hey,
I already see chick was good.
No, but it went like that. But she was like, I'm looking for
no apartment.
I'm looking for a roommate. She told me she's looking for a roommate. She's got a 5-bedroom basement. And then one of the roommates was Lee Quiones. Lee Quiones was Zorro from Wild Style.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Yeah.
No, like, I was
wow, that's who you was
up a little.
Man, I was just like, just taken back. Like, this dude is like the forefather of hip hop. So it was.
And that was your roommate?
Yeah.
First go out there?
That's crazy.
Yeah, he was good, man. He was good. What was funny is, and I'm sure this happens to not just myself, but a lot of people, man. So I went from Ann Arbor to New York. And right before I left Ann Arbor, I finished up an album called Periods. And I feel like it was like my most well-rounded album because I had like electronic tracks on there. I had like some story tracks. I had like traditional hip hop. Like it was kind of like a well-rounded palette, right? So I move out to New York and I'm passing the CD out. I'm trying to find my way out there, right? No, this is like 02, 03, 04, right? But yo, if you not from New York,
okay, so what does no mean? I mean, like, are you like? Because in my mind, whenever I hear people say they go to New York, I'm thinking because even you, Chris, when you tell me the story, y'all went out to New York. I'm seeing y'all standing in front of the door of wherever record company, Bad Boy. And y'all just standing in front of there waiting for Puffy to come.
Funny,
y'all just passing out CDs. Like,
nah. You know it's funny because you listen to
how it is, huh?
Crazy sources. But look, it's funny because your story sounds just like us because we went with people's telling us, come out. And some people show love, no hate. But I'm talking about major labels. We had appointments with people from major labels, RCA from me and my partners. I went with Beej and them. And, we're gonna say Beej and them. Then with my other peoples, my boy Drain. So we're in, and like he said, it was real New York. Well, my man was mad at Drake because he took me to RCA and he was pushing this New York rapper to A&R. He was like, listen. He like, I got a bunch of box of CDs back here. I'm not even going to listen. He said, all Detroit is good for is beats. Bring me some beats. He was so wrong with it, but it was real. He's like, if you show me verifiable sales, he said, I don't care what it sounds like. I was like, bring your man in. I battled him.
Y'all got beats.
Right. Yeah, dog. And it's like, so he said it, like they have the stigma, no disrespect to New York. I don't know if it's still like that. And the crazy thing was the dude was from Virginia. He wasn't even from New York. Oh, but whatever the case was, it was like, no rappers from anywhere but here and bring us some beats.
Yeah. But like hip hop is very regional, right? The sound, like if you want to be pop or whatever, it's more general. But like with my particular sound, it's very regional. Had I put that particular album out here, I felt like it would have done well. But the fact that I moved out to New York and like that's where like Back to Black and Fade to Black and the whole like it was very like that was that sound. If you didn't fit into that sound, then it was nothing. It was nothing. But like, yeah, you learn these lessons, man. You learn these lessons.
But it's funny because now New York and everywhere else now the industry is like sound like this, and it's no longer regional. It's all over. Like if you
they
be sounding like they from the South.
Yeah, New York is way more diverse now. Way more diverse because you got that down south sound in New York stuff. You got like Griselda, or West Side Gun, where super
Now
minimal,
that's
Rock Marciano, like
hardcore hip
you know,
hop.
like yeah. You got I like what's coming out of New York now, man. Like New York came back, but it died off for a couple years.
I don't think they knew how much they influenced other cities too, and it's just keeping it real and being honest.
Yeah.
It's like
Absolutely.
we all looked up to that, and as much as we love NWA, we listened to other versions of hip hop, and it's like, wow, I gravitate to this, and it was kind of like, get out of here, kid. But yeah, yo. So you say when you went to New York, then I think we kind of
it was cool, man. Like as an artist, I've been able to be very consistent, but I've had several setbacks, right? So I feel like what I'm cooking up now is the best it's ever been. So, you know, I feel like by the time like I approach this next 2, 3, 4 years, man, it's gonna be so much fire, man, because I've been able to like brew and look over the game and see it change and whatever for 20 years. So now just like with the podcast stuff that you might have heard, man. Like
check this out. Let me play a little bit of your shit for a second.
Okay.
This your off your new album.
Excuse me. Yo, sometimes I'm a Muslim, sometimes I'm a
You hear it?
Christian. Deep in my soul, like I'm losing my religion, changing my position, showing off my wisdom, showing you can open up to more than one tradition. Come from the Egyptian, Lord, I'm on a mission. Take you into battle on my shield, your inscription. Take you into slavery, damn, you so vicious. Take you to consumerism, damn, you expensive. Underneath my tensions, I know you got a message like pennies in the well.
Okay, before you even get into the podcast, right? So, okay, New York. You did the New York scene. You in there with Wild Style, Dan, you know, all that kind of shit. You
yeah.
You living a life. You got you a heavy set girl you can live with and everything. You know what I'm saying? I understand. We all get it. So
he got them zingers, man.
So it don't pop. You was trying to do it from the hip hop, the open mic side, and nobody was respect because they was son done.
Yeah.
You was like you was talking about
it. Like, yo, funny, what are you on, God? Yo, God.
Down the street to the bookstore.
Yeah.
They be rapping like that at the bookstore.
So
but what I'm saying is, okay, so
after New York,
you're international though, because I don't know if you know this, Chris. International. This brother, he's been signed. He put out side records and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I was just about to ask about that because
where did that go? And then how was Detroit respected in all these places?
Man, hip hop is worldwide and is more respected other places than it is here. You know, just like everything. What the prophet is never respected in his hometown.
Yes,
that's how it is, man. Like I got so many stories of hip hop overseas, of language barriers being broken down. Like just the culture of hip hop, man, is you know, I don't want to say it's better than anything. It's just a matter of
when you went over there,
man.
What was one of them when you went over there? Like what made you see that immediately when you went over there?
I got a good one. So I went out there with Charles Trees. It was kind of like making the band.
Trees. Was he is an MC or he on the?
No, he's a beat maker, right? So like this French label came to Detroit and they wanted to put out an album with artists. They kind of like did a making the band thing, right? And it was me, Finale, Ms. Corona, and Charles Trees.
Miss Corona, shout out to Miss Corona.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, go ahead.
That was y'all crew to go out there.
Yeah,
Finale killer too. Yeah,
he's
too, right?
He's really dope, man. He's really dope.
Finale is
but so we had done a show in this fucked up city in France, this northern France called Roubaix, or something like that, right? So it like me and Charles are just walking home, you know, like this is way later. So we walk home, we get all the way back to the apartment where we staying at, and this is like a 45-minute walk, right? He forgot his laptop, his bag. He forgot everything, right? And there were these people doing a mural outside the club, right? So we
Worst
walked.
feeling ever when you lose everything.
Man, he would have had to go home. He would have had to go home.
My wallet is the worst feeling ever.
Yeah, he would have had to go home, guaranteed. So we walked back the 45 minutes, right? The graffiti guys are packed up. Like they're still there, but they're packed up. Like they're about to drive off, right? They're like, you know, like Charles, we go up to him like, hey, you know, like my book bag, you know, it's got my important shit. Like, you know, one of them spoke English. I don't, you know, you're like, yo, you performed tonight? Yeah, like, yo, they gave him back the bag.
Oh, they had it.
They had it. It was in their trunk.
Yes, they had it in their trunk.
They opened the trunk and gave it back. But they let us know. It was like, just cause you are this culture, just because you hip hop, you came here, we're gonna give this back.
But don't slip like that again, son.
Hell no. But like, that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. Like they didn't have to.
Yeah, not at all.
The connection of the culture, you know, like, you know,
it's beautiful that y'all were out there and they were like you said, even in your own backyard, sometimes you can't get paid to perform, but yet you can pick up and go overseas and out of the country and get it respected and get paid to perform. Crazy.
Yeah.
Dope, man. That's definitely dope. So y'all did shit out there and music was respected the whole time. I love it, man. I love it.
It was cool, man. It was cool, but but on the downside, it showed me that these labels are shit. You know, like it's literally just exploiting you. So I came back with just a new perspective on how to approach it, a new focus on being as individual as I can so I can make my own price. You know, if you just like you know, like somebody that just rap, everybody just rap, right? So there's a cap of what you can make unless you really distinguish yourself, right? So that's the thing. You got to be as individual as you can, because I would rather go out there and make my own prices, make my own scene, like have my own night, rather than it just be like a part, you know, a slice of hip hop. You know?
It's a business. You're like saying you want to be the business. You don't want to be the worker. If you're the worker, you used to want Puffy and all these other guys. That's what it boils down to.
Yeah.
Great company and do it there, and they might get you outside of what you might normally do, but you're working for them. Absolutely. You can be an independent business. And
if you in your own lane, then you don't have to compete. Also, that too, you know. So that's it. So I came back, and I had it in me. I was like, man, like I want to mix rap and podcasting together, and then I've been on my journey since then.
Tell us about the podcast. What's the name of it, and then it's all about it. How you get into that?
Hey, my fault too. I don't mean to be rude. A quick one. The spirits of Zamunda are running through me right now. I keep you moving, man. I can hear y'all. The spirits of Zamunda.
You silly.
So the podcast is the Loom Podcast, short for Illuminati, and it's just being able to talk about subjects that are kind of out there, but then being able to make rap track, like being able to rap from these perspectives to make it more likable, I guess. Or, you know, it's just, I want to do that storytelling mixtape. I want it to be storytelling, but I wanted to have that beat that you can go along with.
What made you think of using podcasting to create these songs in a sense?
Because that's where the ears are at for the people that want to hear something with a message. People that care about the stories that you tell, the words that you say. People are listening to podcasts. People are listening to just like rap because they want the beat, they want the vibe. But I'm an artist that I need people to understand what I'm saying and the style that it's set in. So I need to hit the people that care about that.
No,
So,
what you do, I'm gonna be real with you. And what you do, what you create from your music, and Freak listen to your music as well. You do a specific style. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like me personally, I feel like you mean what you're saying. You coming across. You want people to understand what you're saying. And then when you go over to the podcast with the Loom, I think you're doing some artistic work with the Loom because I work in podcasting. So when I listen to it, I'm like, man, you're doing some artistic type. It's like an art piece.
Hey,
podcast.
I only want a small percentage for this idea. No, I'm just talking trash to this. But when I was listening to it, bro, and I thought about this, we just talked about this with Shep on another episode, NFTs. And it's like cryptocurrency for art. And I think you like a prime candidate, you know what I mean, for some form of, because it's so different. It involves its art, it's music, it's talking. And I'm gonna even give him a shout on his hustle. Like even halfway in between, it was the shout outs to his sponsors, and I'm like, yeah, he freaking it. Like, you know what I mean? Who intertwines all of these like that? So you need to get you an NFT, Bitcoin, put it on the market, and
I gotta look into it.
He didn't watch the Gary V video. Now he Dogecoin.
I know it all. I'm doing it all. I watched one podcast, one post.
One thing
no, because
and now he like, okay.
No, but see, the NFT. Now, let me NFT, I'm starting to understand. I don't understand it, but it's just like a cryptocurrency, but it's for art. Right. That's something they're trying to push.
I get you totally. I know what but I agree with you is what I'm saying, Freak. Because
anybody fits that though, he fits that because it's like cryptocurrency.
Your shit is straight up art piece. Like you listen to that podcast, it's art piece. Yeah. Is that what you're going for?
Yeah. I don't want to compete. I just want to be individual.
That's it. That's the key.
So I'm just, and two, like I just don't have it in me to chase fans. So I need to make something as individual as possible so people will chase to see that. But it's coming along, man. Like I got a new album mix mastered done. I'm halfway through another one. I got some podcasts cooked, ready to put out, but I'm waiting until the end of this year, next year to do it. That way I can actually focus on putting them out.
That's important.
I've also made the fatal mistake that I'm sure a lot of other people make is you make something, you're excited about it, you put it out half-assed, and then it's received super locally, but you get involved in making something else and you never really give it the due push that it should.
That's great advice.
An issue. Yeah.
That's great advice.
So now I'm stacking them up. So when I come out, I'm coming out hard. I'll have a bunch of everything. So
don't you say shout out your where they can get it because you already have a bunch. You're saying it like that, but you already have such a catalog right now. So let them know where they could actually, because all I had to do was Google you, and it was like, but let them know where you want them to go to.
For sure. Intricate Dialect, my Bandcamp, Intricate Dialect in SoundCloud, or podcasting that, or in your, whatever you search your podcast, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, or whatever. Just search the Loom Podcast or Intricate Dialect. And
LUM, right? It's LUM though, right?
LUM, yep.
Yeah, dope.
The LUM podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And yep.
Hey, somebody agree. Look, Blue come on there and say ID has always been the definition to do your own thing, period. And not even indifferent, just pure artistic craftsmanship.
Yeah.
And I 100% agree with that, man. Because when I listen to the Loom, especially, when I listen to your music, and then when we get to the podcast, it's artistic, just what he
It's
said,
artistic.
pure
It
artistic craftsmanship. Because when I ain't never heard nothing like that before. You know, I was telling you you could do an exhibit in some way with this kind of with
yeah, see what I'm saying? And that's what makes me say that.
yeah,
You're
or
right.
performance being
Yeah.
a totally artistic performance, not like a hip hop performance, but like a, almost like
just saying some more weird stuff like a girl naked on stage and an alien head.
But what I'm saying,
Just some old different where they're like, oh, that's art. The New York galleries would be like, yo, my bad.
I've been smoking and I took a little edible, but the thing is, what I'm saying is, it's just what I'm saying is, listen, like a think about a stage play,
Absolutely.
play with different scene. That's some Hamilton shit you doing on the
Yeah,
podcast.
oh yeah, see,
I'm coming for his head, man. I'm coming for his head. I'm gonna wait till he start getting a little bit sloppy. I'm gonna give him a couple years, but I'm coming for Emmanuel.
That idea. I'm throwing that at you. This is the first time
he got his own direction too, so it would be so dope, and he would attract so many. He like the Happy Gilmore almost, if you know what I mean, because conspiracy theorists would come out, like you would bring out so many other alternate types that it would be sweet, bro.
Yeah, and that's what I need, man. That's what I need. Those are my people.
Run that, yo. Let's and too. So I understand too. It's 420. You're knowledgeable. And,
yeah. Hey, to come up with these ideas, he had to be smoking a little something.
yeah, no doubt. To listen to the podcast.
On Jimmy Smith.
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what's the weed, man? What's your weed background? Have you've been in this weed culture for a little bit, huh?
Yeah, man.
I'm just talking.
He said, "You have to answer."
We tell it.
Don't get the door kicked in and then crazy, like you have to put.
I don't know, and I should, as long as I've been smoking, but I can't tell you the difference between like indicas, sativas, what brands. I'm bad at that.
One of them make you go to sleep, and one of them don't. I don't know.
And
bro, I feel you. This is, yeah. But I mean, like, so you even do you know because y'all are in Michigan, so the laws are different. Are you? I don't know. If
yeah, it's different. It's different now. It's looking like Colorado out here now.
All right, Freak gonna know these too. And I'm a light weed smoker, so top 5 ways to get high. Top 5 ways. Either one of you.
I got a good one for you, man. I got a good one for you. This is service industry. This is service industry one, right? The onion skin. The raw onion skin. Like that's if you work in the kitchen. Like man, like everyone, like I don't have any papers.
Yeah, the raw onion skin, but you can get the little paper looking part, the little thin part, or the
use the onion skin. Yo, it's like it burns slower than a paper and faster than a blunt.
Wow.
But like, the onion skin is the secret.
It's right in between. He said, "That's a new one." Now,
yeah.
I don't want to bounce them off them because I'm gonna give them all up. But I've done bananas though. That's one of my ones. Like
Okay.
I dry it out, thin out, and shave down the banana peel and dry it out.
Okay.
Was it? It was pretty good.
Oh, the banana peel.
The banana peel, yeah.
Done right. Tastes like banana. Burn slow. It's like a backwood, I guess. It's like a backwood.
It's just top 5 ways to get high. Some other people throwing some.
One more. Apple. Right. Let's go. Apple bong.
Apple's classic. Apple is classic. That's old school.
Yeah, apple bong. When in doubt, at least said dry it out. Yeah. Try a cold one. Try ice cold one until you get that cold in your chest. My bad. What else you got? ID?
Vaporizer, man. The volcano with the bag. Gotta have
that? Break it down for us. Who
volcano? It heats the weed just enough, to like 360 degrees, and then it just blows it into a bag, and then you just
like a helium. It's almost like doing helium. Like you just walk around and get a little bit of it.
You don't even realize that it's smoke. Like you'll be hitting it, and it's but like you'll be blowed after 2 rounds.
Let's not forget about
that's some real shit right
look at my dad. My son told me that. How you do?
That's real shit. The volcano.
The volcano.
That's interesting. I like to see that. We need to Google.
What about okay? You got any more? What are you like? What kind of? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'm like,
and then the classic backwood, man. Classic backwood.
I cannot do it. That's you. You just East Coast to your heart, I guess. Because my cousin from Maryland, he be and I do it, but I roll it for him. I used to whatever, and it's like, man, what is this, bro? It's like a twig with a leaf around it.
Yeah. That's why I like it, man. That's why I like it. I was telling Shannon earlier, like Swishers, White Owls, like it's just cardboard.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's cardboard. I can't.
No doubt. Cones for the win, though. Cones are the new.
Yep. Cones are dope. The process of stuffing a cone is kind of annoying to me.
Yeah.
But
really, it seems like that would be so much just simpler than putting it in and have to dump all. I used to always ask about that. Like, okay, so they make this brand of cigar just to dump the insides. They can put any. They
can put anything.
Smoke the Swisher? I don't know, or so they just make that to dump.
It's probably cardboard, like he said. They probably take the insides of the cardboard, shred it up for it. Because, like you said, if they don't think nobody's smoking it, well, somebody probably has smoked one now and probably died. Like somebody, what have you smoked the Philly? Like what, a Philly blunt? No, a Philly, just the cigar,
the paper. Just
yeah. So
that used to always crack me up. Yeah.
What about what's everybody on nowadays? Look, what's the young folks talking about? Moon rock or something?
Oh yeah.
That A smoke.
Yeah. Man, that's the thing, man. That's the thing. I went through my phases of just smoking a bunch of dabs and all that stuff, man. It's just variations of crack. You just turn into weed crack.
Cracking weed.
Like, you got your methamphetamine weed crack. You got your straight crack style weed crack.
You got crack style weed crack.
He said shatter. That sound like ice.
That sound like something.
That sound like ice. Shatter.
That's what they call. That's what they call like that PCP looking weed.
Yeah, I don't know about shatter, bro. Hey, let me.
I'm like, hey, y'all done beat me right now. Just take me back to a joint. I'm like, no, I don't want none of that.
Yeah, man. No, I'm just too old for that now.
Yeah.
But you've tried all that, huh?
Yeah.
So what is your go-to now? Like, what do you like? If you just had your choice of this
backwards
strand, this paper or whatever, this wrap,
any flavor backwards,
this method, straight backwoods.
Yeah, just any flavor backward.
Do you think that man? I know around the time I was trying to quit, I felt like maybe the cigar was addictive too, though. Do you feel that way? Like it's the back?
Yeah, but you fuck with the bull, you get the horns. I feel like I got a mild tobacco addiction because of the blunts, but it's mild. It's mild.
Tell you true, if you smoke a joint, you be like, "What is this? What is this?" Like, I want the cigar.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's a real good point for me.
You know what? In Europe, they smoke spliffs with the tobacco in it, and I feel like
tobacco in it.
Yeah. Oh. I had a friend that I would always like hit his spliff, right? So I think like my backwood thing kind of comes from the tobacco mix.
Spliff, yeah.
I would never buy tobacco on my own. But
my man used to do it with the cloves, though. He would take the clove cigarettes, loosen them and stuff it, and you really almost wouldn't know because you would think if he could trick you if you packed it good because it just smelled like a clove.
That clove had like estrogen and shit in it.
That's what Does it really?
Yeah, I heard clove. Your titties start.
Maybe you're right, bro.
Your titties start developing.
Right?
Getting wet or shit like that.
I need my Johnson & Johnson check, bro. Wait a minute.
The flow of
them clothes, man. Leave them clothes alone.
Yeah. Is that it? Is that all? Did we cover all the methods? I feel like it's something new we missing, man. They be saying some crazy.
They do hookah with weed. I don't know.
Well, the pipe, I guess, right?
You can. You
hookah
yeah.
weed?
Yeah, I've done that. You
That
burning
seemed
a
like
lot of
that'd be
weed.
a lot of weed, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would be a lot.
Yeah.
Wasted a lot of weed.
That's
We
probably
got
what
it like that.
spliffing. Yeah. Well, what even so like you say with the recreational laws and all that, are y'all seeing anything different as far as
Man,
like,
I got 3 legal dispensaries within a few block radius.
wow. Now who can service them? Like if you was to be a dude and be like, do you know like what would you have to do to go get the licenses, and service that dispensary and grow? Or
I don't know.
not, okay, I was about to say you might not be the legal dude. I don't know. You know.
Yeah. I don't know.
He said, I just.
You say they got a bunch of them out there by you. Is it recreational out there?
Yeah.
Because I always had to go out. It's recreational. Where the area you in? Okay.
Yeah.
You cross 8 Mile? You on the other side of 8 Mile? Or?
I'm in Hamtramck, so I'm like
between. It's really over there? That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start going there because that's closer. I always go all the way down to River Ridge.
Yeah.
My wife's people are over there too in that area, East Side, Hamtramck-ish. And I'm not even thinking, y'all blowing my mind just saying, oh, you can go to Hamtramck and go to a dispensary. It's really just sitting.
You got options. You don't even got to go. You got options.
That's crazy.
Out here.
Yeah, y'all remember somebody probably telling on somebody the weed strip. We probably shouldn't be talking about that.
I'm sure they closed down by now.
Probably illegal weed.
Yeah.
Polish and Yemen. Yeah. Oh yeah, I can go get a Polish sausage over there. I heard they closed down Tubby's. What over in Hamtramck? You can go record shopping, go get some weed.
Yeah, they got records over there. I remember going there for records. Yep.
Yeah, they got some sweet. It used to be a spot over there. I'm thinking Ideas around the time when that was popping too, but there used to be an open mic race.
Oh yeah.
What was that? I can't think of the name of it for the life of me.
Oh man, I did some shows there, man.
Yeah, that's why you probably look familiar. But yo, Hamtramck is an unsung. I be trying to tell my wife but they're on the east side. I'm like, we need to buy some houses over here, just outside of Hamtramck. I mean, it's just outside of Hamtramck.
No, I agree with you because Hamtramck. I hang out at Hamtramck sometimes. They got this little bar that they be playing jazz music in it. Sometimes I go there and then they have coffee. They have the Ant Bar. Is that Ant Bar or something like that?
Ant Bar or something. I got to kick it.
You know what I'm talking
about? I ain't hip.
I don't know.
There's like a theater. It's like a theater. Some friends did a show there.
Planet Ant. Yeah.
Planet Ant.
Oh, you know what? I think I've seen the building with yeah. But even
that's another blessing of Hamtramck. That Planet Ant is next level.
The record practice Archers is over there too, but that's not Hamtramck, but it's on the east side. Right. So that's crazy. That's a staple in the history period.
Yeah.
There's a record pressing plant right there. What's that, 7 Mile, like DeQuinder or Van Dyke or
Yeah. Right. I forgot the exact, but yep, it's right around there.
I knew that area was changing, man. I went to go visit my in-laws, and we were there, and I was sitting in the backyard drinking a beer, and people was pulling up. It was 2 houses down. Now we in the hood now, it's the hood where we at for real. And there is a rock concert going on, bro. They done took the house. They got the extra yard. They got the lot because it's alleys, the east side, and they got sound systems. They talking about food. People, it's a rock concert going on, bro. And it just cracked my head. Like I think I need to get some property up there. Maybe I should buy the crack house across the street.
Yeah, it's not like that anymore. Man. These houses are pretty expensive now, man.
Wow.
But yeah, that's. Like most places in Detroit now, man. This place is almost bought out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's something else. That's something else. Yeah, I gotta see what's going on. But Hamtramck always a good time. Hey, one thing, man, when we started this show, what we wanted to do is like hit people that's part of the crew, adjacent to the crew, just behind in time of the crew. You know what I'm saying? So 31. We was doing our thing.
Hold up, man. I got
so So I
got, why you giving him flowers? He said, hey, he like me that time.
Yeah,
I learned my lesson. That's cool. That's cool. Let's give him his flowers after he pissed, dog. We don't want him to stay.
Hey, man.
Later for what you just told 22.
What you talking about? Yeah, I gotta do
something. I hear you at all.
Take care real quick.
Hey, that's dope though, man. I had no idea.
What's that?
Right.
Oh,
I know you're down south. What's that?
Ooh. Oh, we forgot to mention another way people take the chronic through juice.
Oh,
juice,
yeah.
These different, yeah.
Is that what that is?
Hey, no. This is cranberry. This is a cranberry for the crown, baby.
Cranberry for the crown. That's the good combo right there.
Or is it?
You know this man is like one of them specialty bartenders too, man. I go look. This is my story on him on weed, right? So I go over his house. I'm not a big weed smoker.
I'm so sorry, man.
But everybody there. So I tell him I'm going through some relationship stuff. I'm gonna come by the house, man, because I just need a motherfucker to vent to. I just want to vent and just get some words out. So I go over his place because I know he's smoking or doing something. So we over his in Hamtramck, and he got volcanoes and all this other shit that he wrote. I was like, hey, I'm letting you know. I ain't on that level, but
I'm trying to do all that.
He roll up one, and I'm smoking, and I don't know. And this is a dude I always keep. I always keep on my good side.
I gotta go, man.
What the fuck I told him, man?
He said he gotta roll. You gotta go.
Yeah. I gotta go.
You gotta go. You gotta go. Okay, all right, man.
I can come back, but
no. We appreciate it.
I appreciate your time, brother. Seriously.
We'll holler at you in a second.
All right, man. Yo, peace and blessings.
I'm gonna get with you when I'm in that city too, man.
I keep them on my good side, no matter what. No matter what.
So, y'all, thank y'all so much.
All right, brother.
My brother. Yeah, peace.
Nah, I keep him, because I don't know what the fuck I told him, but I told him everything about my life is smoking that weed, man. Every single thing. And then I had to drive. Listen, I had to drive home. So I'm like, I ain't driving. I know I'm not driving this car.
Yeah, because you're gone. You're done.
I have to go to work. Just like now. He was like, I gotta go. So I was like, you gotta drive me to your job, man, because I ain't no way I'm driving no car. So he drive me to his job. He worked at a bartending place. He's working at nice restaurants and stuff. So he working downtown at some nice restaurant, and he keep on giving me whiskey. I'm like, hey man,
that's it. Keep it coming.
I was like, what? So I slept in my car. He don't know that.
Downtown.
I wasn't driving nowhere. I'm not doing
it if I was you, but yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. I fell asleep. I got like a hatchback. I fell asleep in my shit, man. I'm like, hey, I ain't driving.
You don't got one of them. Remember they used to have a little Aztec with it seemed like a tent or something pop up in the back. That's sad to say, but I think I wanted that. It was so weird. Literally though, when you pop the truck, man, like, hey.
It had a little bed in there.
You have homeless. That sounded baby, I'm homeless, but I got a tent. We can Netflix and chill. I got TVs.
I can get somebody Wi-Fi, pull up close to somebody's house.
Pull up to the McDonald's. That's where breakfast.
Hey. ID was like, you're like, you gotta take a shit.
He's like, I gotta go. See, that's worse right there. His stomach was bubbling. Like, boy. Didn't you tell that man not to eat no burritos before the show, man?
Yeah, silly, man. Yes.
Yeah, good one though, bro. Good one. You still wrote. You still live though. We live. You know that we live with it live because live is live.
Oh, I don't care. Hey, thank you for visiting the 31 Forever podcast. We appreciate y'all as always. Shannon Cason AKA E. God bless.
This your man Chris Lee. Yo, real quick, I really do want to say shout out, what's up to all the people who tune in and stay tuned in and who tune in and feel sure even who just check it out on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Just the regulars, bro. When we come up, we gonna have to do something, special.
We was already talking about it, doing some 31 barbecue get together or something. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna have to get a boat. I got Detroit nowadays. It's no. I'm trying. We being funny, but I got a plug. We can get a little boating party.
I love it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do that.
Peace out.
Let's do it.
See
All right,
everybody.
man.
All right. One.
One.